afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting, amazing Propagandacast. Me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. Off here till 1 vs 1 on Crossroads. In the north, it is Helpinghans fighting for the Oberkommando Germany, Deutschland. Taking on the role here of the 7th Panzer Division. West and south, it is Prodigy fighting for the Soviet Union, Socialism, Comrade Stalin. Taking on the role here of the 5th Mechanized Corps. We got here Special Operations, Overwatch and Luftwaffe Ground Forces versus Airborne Troops, Urban Defense and Armored Assault Tactics there. With Triple Infantry for Hans, Penal Trooper and Double Mine Buildings there for Prodigy. And as always, please remember to like, subscribe and share and press the bell button. So we're off here with Hans heading westwards to the Sturm Pioneers. Volkskriegs Kuba following up there, so the Kuhwagen has become more part of the overall build order after the patch. With a more standard doubling into penal trooper build here for Prodigy to put pressure down Hans in the early game. Probably also scout car, which certainly did not get worse with more Kugelwagens arriving on the field, since the Kugelwagen is still utterly defenseless against the M3A1. Points here being seized. Slowly moving eastwards there for the glory of the Red Army. Penal troopers almost done there. Hans also securing up the point here. Interesting enough, the Kugelwagen being dispatched eastward, so Hans is going for a broad approach, though again not quite immediately seizing the fuel point. He's just grabbing as many other points as he can, which in particular on a map like Crossroads can also make a lot of sense, since I mean the points are faster to grab, and if you sort of get enough of them, you'll still be getting more fuel than your opponent if you still went for the fuel point and more slightly slow way there. Scout car with the Prodigy, more filters on the way there for Hans. Engineers here caught by the Kugelwagen. Sturm Pioneers up here, getting a bit of line of sight as to what Prodigy is up to. Second Volkskriegs escort almost done there for helping Hans and the German army, the Deutsche Armee. Penal as the Kugelwagen, bit of light machine gun fire as the Penal Troopers SVT-40s. Got Volkskriegs moving for the fuel point in the west. And again, due to the sheer size of the map, I mean he's got a good chunk of it, so he's still getting almost twice as much fuel than his opponent, despite not holding a fuel point. So Hans' strategy so far here, I would say it's paid off some small dividends there versus Prodigy. Of course, that's quickly being slowed down just a bit. Scout car there also ready. That's going to make it harder for Hans to use his infantry. They've got some swift mounts in there for Hans. Very nice setup there. Makes it harder for Prodigy to use the Kugelwagen. He probably saw the mine, but that's going to require him to go for minesweepers, much might delay other things here in the early game and give Hans some other opportunities here. Sandbags up at the centre. Bit of skirmishing there. Scout coming out to prop in some engineers. He's probably again going to go for flamethrowers because that's going to be much more effective than the scout car. But again, does mean that this area is going to be a bit dangerous due to the mine. Of course, if he did not see the mine, things are going to be much more fun for helping Hans there. On the way, there you go. Flamethrower on the way there. Engineers also putting pressure up down the right flank. Volkskriegs repositioning. Kugelwagen, they need some light repairs. More Volkskriegs out there for helping Hans and the 7th Panzer to be short. Getting ready here to flush out the fascists, and there you go. Penal Trooper squad there, number 2 ready. Scout car, they're pushing the Penals out in the open. Of course, the flamethrower forces them out there as well. And there you go, tries to pop in, but that just means easy hits there for the flamethrower. Penals are going to pop into the house. Engineers being slowly pushed away there as well. And Scout car, there you go, definitely avoids the mine, since otherwise that'd been a lot of trouble. So going straight for the folks on the eastern side who are much more isolated, thus easier targets for the scout car, the flamethrowers, and we can see they're helping Hans quick response. Most other forces trying to focus on the scout car there with hail fire from the Kugelwagen troopers. There you go, mine does go off. Looks like in the heat of action he might have forgotten about the mine, or again, he just never knew, because they just assumed it was maybe. I don't know how to say that. Either way, it went off, killing several penal troopers. Folks they're holding up there against 2 penal trooper squads for the scout cars, now tying up most of helping Hans's forces elsewhere. Kugelwagen there doing some damage, close to veterans 1 there. Scout car quickly zips away. Will Prodigy be going for more penal troopers, or does he have something else in mind here? Could it be airborne troop tactics? Could it be armoured assault? Could it be urban defence? There we go, more penal troopers are there for Prodigy. Scout car there being fixed up with engineers. We got close to veterans 1 on both of those. Penal troopers down to support here. Fighting continues in the west, and we got the 2nd Unit squad now heading westwards as well to sort of grab territory there. Hans is now heavily tied into the centre and the east, meaning the west side is racked for some harassment. Scout car there disrupting its repairs, but almost takes out the Kugelwagen there. Almost, but not quite. Hans there displays some good unit preservation, gets the Kugelwagen out there before it gets turned into a, well, barbecue. 3rd penal squad almost done there for Prodigy. Scout car there in dying, needs some repairs. Engineers meanwhile having good progress on the west, although of course at the expense of the east side there. Scout car going for it again. quick overdrive there to get the scout car there. Again, he's just looking to disrupt Helpinghans' movements and more importantly disrupt his repairs. There's the Kuban can't easily support. Digging in by the Eastern Victory Point and Fuel Point there. Good swift response by Hans. And up north, Indonesia's in the Western Fuel Point. Very good there. Penal troops reinforcing. We've got more medics on the way there for Prodigy. Troops retreating backwards alongside the Kuban. We got the Mechanized Regiment headquarters up there for Hans. So that'll be a Lux. Perhaps a Puma, but otherwise there's no sign of a Doctrine there for Helpinghans. Scout car there almost good to go once more for Prodigy, who of course is looking to disrupt and harass Hans's fuel income as much as possible, which makes a lot of sense. Mines up here by the sandbags, and we got the first Doctrine chosen. It is Helpinghans here with Luftwaffe ground forces, much more popular after the patch. Looks like the Aufklärungspanzer on the way for Helpinghans. Standard pick there. The patch did not really do anything to change that one. Prodigy so far, by the way, having no anti-tank weapons. He's got a few mines down, and I think that sort of roughly covers it. He's going to need to either take up or take sidewards or go for penal trooper anti-tank rifles. There's also the option, of course, of urban defense and anti-tank guns. So he does have some options there, but options will have to be picked so to help deal with the looks. Otherwise, things could get very fun for Hans, but less fun for Prodigy. Scout on the move there. Veterans who won 0 kills in the service of the motherland. Fulters advancing, no assault rifle on the way there for Helpinghans' full Skirmishes. Looks like to have Flintspans almost down there. Goes skirmishes. Scout is going to go straight for it. But he's trying to give him a flame from range. Of course, here Hans a Panzerfaust, but also briefly in the moment before they go away at the flame for Panzerfaust ready. Prodigy had been a bit faster, might be able to save the scout car there, but then it didn't pan out. Now got more pursuit here of the scout car. Would like to have depart engineers and sort of block the way of the Fultoners so they could try and catch up and Panzerfaust it to finish it off. Or Prodigy could just decide he doesn't give a rat's ass. And there you go, focus down one Fulton squad, the other one of course still a threat. They're within flamethrower range, meaning they might also soon, there we go, be within Panzerfaust range. And that the scout car does explode, looks at tank to the penal troopers. A few setbacks there for Prodigy versus Helpinghans. We got the tank command going up and go for the T-78 6, and Helpinghans is calling in some Fallschirmjägers to support the 7th Panzer to be shown. Calling in a nice safe spot there. Allowing to tank out here Prodigy to help deal with the light tank. So that is Prodigy's pick here versus Hans. And the German army. Seems they're getting hosed though by Helpinghans' forces. Grabbing the western point of the Kuban, which is close to Veteran 2. Got the M42 45mm tank in usage there, which they also usage in the late stages of the war, though it would mostly have been part of a particular type of defensive formation known as the fortified region, which sort of basically meant to sort of hold ground against any German counterattacks. And basically involved a lot of support weapons and very little actual infantry, so lots of anti-tank guns, machine guns and the likes. So, little fun fact there about Soviet organisation, not that it is my great specialty. We got Falcons moving up here. We'll have to take out, of course, the fully upgrading with another set of FT-42s, but so far the Prodigy's moving ahead here, attacking from solid sides, and attacking opening up there as well. Fallschirmjägers taking heavy damage, while their overall firepower was increased. It is worth keeping in mind the Fallschirmjägers still are kind of squishy, which is really one of the main reasons people didn't use them before. They were kind of squishy, and they still are, they just pack more firepower to sort of counterweight that. But so far they're Prodigy in the sticky spot there. T-70 could be a very good pick here. S-76 as well could similarly be a good pick. Helpinghans filling up as a Rakettenwerfer. Kuban there moving up, finding for these fuel point as well. Prodigy is a bit extended here versus Helpinghans at the moment. Developmentally so is Helpinghans, but Helpinghans has the looks and the Kuban, so he has more mobility in that sense, making it easy for him to sort of handle this, because you can always just rush the Kuban wherever the enemy isn't, and the looks where it is, and that way you can just keep things at pace. That's his Prodigy, and that so far is what Prodigy is sort of struggling with, is the sheer speed and rapidity of Hans's movements. So, I mean, Hans is definitely playing here to the Oberkommando best strength versus Prodigy, and he's doing it very nicely. Thumbs up there. There we go, T-10 light tank on the way there for Prodigy. Could force a Puma out there for Hans, then again he might also just try and take up, which would not be a bad choice either. Ground gunner there's Prodigy's force to get bunched up. A quick punishment there for Prodigy and the Red Army, and there you go. Lines tank and punching through the Lux's side armor there. Another hit. They're almost getting Hans's. Looks like to outclaim his Panzer there. Almost, but not quite. Reinforcing. T-70 almost done. We got the forces holding up behind heavy cover. The P-1 with that much firepower, I think, should have the upper hand. And also with the anti-tank just blasting away at the cover there. While it is firing armor piercing rounds, it'll still be effective as the sandbags. So, you know, there's still at some point the sandbags will crumble away, leaving the forces closed out in the open. Hans, though, really needs to take out, and Prodigy needs to grab the fuel before he gets completely outclassed there. T-70s are being out. They got the penal troops, got the looks heading, not looks, but the light entertainment eastwards. Got to try away for Hans. That is likely going to be the Schwer Panzer quarters. There could also be a battlefield headquarters for healing and healing really. I don't think it's going to start more aggressive using reinforcement. But there you go. Retreat here on the eastern side, helping Hans's forces getting wiped out. Could theoretically pursue the Raketen, take that one as well. That'd be a bit of a loss there. Up north, engineers routed. MD 34 with 5 mega support proving to be a formidable obstacle there for Prodigy's eastern force. Still getting wiped there and helping Hans. It's a small victory there for Prodigy in the current circumstances, though obviously he still needs to do more work. Looks being engaged here, and the infantry being blasted by the T-70. And then not quite enough to sort of fully stop Hans there, and might have more success with the T-70 on the west side right now, where there's notably fewer anti-tank weapons. Fortunately out in the open, being hammered by the T-70 light tank. Pretty risky there for Hans, to be honest, particularly the way they got bunched up there by the end. That could easily have been a wipe there for Prodigy's T-70, which would have left Hans, I imagine, a bit upset. Looks, Pimps being heading straight into the looks. Back here, nothing further going on in Prodigy's base. At this rate, he might have to go for next unit 6. He used to have more anti-tank weapons, because versus anything out of the Schwer Panzer quarters, the light anti-tank and then T-70 is going to fall woefully short. Mine goes off in the Kubelwagen. That could very well be a loss there for helping Hans in the German army. In the east, we got an anti-tank hitting the back up the penal troops with the anti-tank and is overexposed here. But penal troops are saving the day here, cutting down the Sturm parties, and we got shock troops out there for Prodigy. Some more serious assault infantry to give helping Hans a hard time. I think it's a very good pick there by Prodigy. Though of course, lacking anti-tank weapons, they will be a bit vulnerable to the light armor. But again, if you can clear away helping Hans' infantry and maybe the support weapons that send him out, and there you go. Schwer Panzer forts upgraded already. 5 Megas can be upgraded with FT-42s now as well. A lot of action in the center. Penals are being held up here by a strong point from helping Hans with 5 Megas, machine guns, and a few Volks Grenadiers. Lots of back and forth here as either side is not particularly keen on letting the other one hold too much of the map for too long. It's a shock troop as well, but probably apparently the center there. Equipped with the PPSH-41 submachine gun, which was a continued development of the PPD-40 to make it, well, a bit more effective to make and easier to make. Seems over there's a Volks Grenadiers. Seizing the western field point there with engineers. T-70 sitting out there for Prodigy and the Red Army. Points left for Prodigy. There you go, moving head, smoke's been off, but strange the MD-34 sadly it's not going to help. Of course, got the 5 Megas with 4 FT-42s in ambush, basically giving this penal troops, or the shock troops there, a really hard time. We got the T-70 to rescue there, but barring the 5 Megas, forcing them away there, destroying the cover as well. Seizing the western fuel point there, more mines down there from Prodigy, very good. He's got both fuel points again. We'll have to see what Prodigy does next, but definitely should be taking up soon for some armor here versus helping Hans. Sound charge off there. Oh. Could make it harder here for Hans to defend through this area, since again a lot of heavy cover is going to be gone. Should probably move the 5 Mega or the shock troops up the west side there to clear out the cemetery. That will force Hans to dispatch forces into there, leaving elsewhere sort of more vulnerable. Instead, he's intending to try and clear out the machine gun with it, which is a bit more ambitious. Smoked the machine gun, but unable to follow up. That really didn't do a lot there for Prodigy in the end. Bit of an ill-advised assault, to be honest. Reinforcement healing back here and helping Hans' base. Mechanized armor company up for Prodigy. He can soon go for a T-34-76. to give Helping Hands a bit of a hard time. Skirmishing around the centre here. Sturm Pioneers 3 kills, South 8 expecting 2. Looks in hot pursuit here, 8 kills. Alien reinforcement there. Engineers mining up a lot there. Good work by Prodigy using his mines there to, or missions to mine up a lot. Very good there. Thumbs up. Bit of skirmishing there to tank opening up in the looks like to have Panzer. Bit of quiet here. We got 490 versus 291. And anti-tank miles ready as well to further increase Prodigy's chance of doing better than Helping Hands' tanks and vehicles. Clearly the cool blocking is proving to be an issue there for Prodigy. MG34 there being hammered. And we got another line to tanking out there for Prodigy, so that's an interesting pick here when he could have gone, I think, at this point for T-3476. Might indicate he actually might be trying to stall here for the KB2 heavy assault tank, which I would describe as being an interesting and ambitious move there by Prodigy. As for Helping Hands at this point, I'm guessing it's a Panther he's planning for here, the Panzerkampfwagen 5, so that way he tries to really threaten Prodigy's armor. It's something very superior. He's clearly not too concerned about the infantry at this stage. Looks moving against the shock troopers there. Smoke screen off, very good. Makes Alpha looks to really threaten them. Thumbs up there to Prodigy. In the east, they get a push in there by the Fulton Committees. Panther on the way, so it was not the Panther after all there for Helping Hands. Just was starting to look like it, but doesn't mean it was a bad choice. And there you go. Looks down to the double anti-tank guns. Good work there with Prodigy. A bit of a significant blow there to Helping Hands, though, of course, with the Panther on the way, not as big as it could have been, but still, it means he's got one less tool to control Prodigy's infantry movements, and that's going to really give Prodigy some more freedom of movement and just really make things a bit more tricky for Helping Hands. Of course, once the Panther falls out, he's going to have a good tool nonetheless, and again, if Prodigy is playing for the KB2, he's only going to have something really helpful there, in particular with both of Prodigy's fuel points either being disconnected or, not his, meaning it's not actually his fuel point, now is it? There we go, smoke screen down. Looks there with 6 kills, Veteran 2. Ooh, grenade off from the shock troopers. Nice use of the concussor grenade there by Helping Hands. 2 thumbs up. And there you go, Panzerkampfwagen 4 mobilized here for the German army for the 7th Panzerdivision. 291 versus 486. Prodigy is definitely struggling in the victory point department, though it's not critical yet, but it's certainly something to keep an eye out. And there you go, Helping Hands calls in another Fallschirmjäger squad, calling in more elite Luftwaffe infantry. Panther 1 eastwards, and then a pin-mount machine gun. Direct hit number T-70 by the Panther 4 to tank and setting up, though. I mean, it's going to require a bit of light there for the entertainer to do anything serious to the Panther 4. Shots bouncing, Fallschirmjäger moving up. Graham Eastern fuel point, and as he connects the western one, that's being lost here to Helping Hands and the 7th Panzerdivision. 5th Mechanized Corps, they're having a harder time. But yeah, he's clearly aiming for the KB2 at this point. It's going to be at least roughly about 4 to 5 minutes before he can get that out here versus Helping Hands. At the same time, Helping Hands will probably get another Panther 4 or a Yak Panther here versus Prodigy. Fallschirmjägers then getting bombarded by the T-70. Panther 4 setting up support in the west here. Bit of skirmishing here. Got the Panther 4 moving in, going straight here for the T-7 light tank and the penal troopers. Landing a nice devastating blow, leaving the penal troopers quite kerfluffled. And there you go, in the west, shock to the penal troopers there, pushing it. We got the enemy third setting up to stop this rapid advance there from Prodigy, which, lacking any major support, though, will quickly get bogged down there by a good counter blow there from Helping Hands. Into the pressure in the centre. Ooh, getting too close to the Fallschirmjägers and their Panzerfaust. And the T-70. And attacking there with actually 3 getting good hits on the Panther 4. Snapping away there at the Fallschirmjägers. Brandham's gone out off. Prodigy is now a bit over a minute away there from the KV2 heavy tank. And her tank and crew, they exposed the Fallschirmjägers and the Panzer IV gun forces joining in. They're leaving Prodigy's defense of the center car point there in a slightly tricky spot, in particular with Helpinghans striking the fuel pump, taking advantage of Prodigy's heavy focus there. Good play. Looks like that might have been a mistake, or maybe not. Troops moving westwards there, moving centrewards, not much more to the east, as we got the Fallschirmjägers there proving to be a formidable blocking force. Prodigy is now roughly half a minute away there from the KV2 heavy tank. Not much longer to go. Fallschirmjägers some easy targets with the T-70, could help get it towards 53 pretty fast there if Hans is not careful. Getting another kill there, very close to the ace level there, so using the western point with the shock troopers. And a push for the center victor point. We got 461 versus 273, 272. Prodigy is now moments away from the KV2 heavy tank. As for Hans, we got a Jagdpanzer. Nope, cancels it. Was starting to look like he might have a good read then, where Prodigy was up to go for the Jagdpanzer to counter that. Could also been a misclick. Got the Stuka instead. But so the KV2, the Stuka is definitely going to fall not quite into a satisfactory range of tools to counter it. Great if, you know, Prodigy had a ton of support weapons and whatnot. Those got 200 tank guns being in their lights. The question is the Stuka really worth it here for Helpinghans? Wait until they're cleared out. KV2 continues to move ahead here for Prodigy and the German arm. There we go, we got Valiant Assault there boosting his troops, finding prowess there for the being blasted out in the open. And white, a blow there to Helpinghans and the German army. 7th Panzer suddenly shown infantry, but Kevin taking a direct hit here. Not cancelling the Stukas of first, looks like he is definitely serious about it. KV2 there almost taking out like Kedenwerfer. In east side there, folks coming up with some other support there. T-7 moving in, 11 kills, going straight for the folks grenadiers there. Jagdpanzer on the way, so it does cancel the Stukas Wurst as soon as he realizes that he's up against something the Stukas of Fuz is going to be absolutely pointless against. Fixing up the KV2 here, Sturm Pioneers under fire, and they're going to tank and crew wiped out again. Cell charge off, grenades off, anti-tank guns being destroyed. They're leaving Prodigy now with no anti-tank weapons except the pair of anti-tank rifles and penal troopers. Is them going to need something with a bit more oomph? Are they shooting 5s, so they shoot 6s I think here, or it's 3s? I think any more M42 anti-tank at this point would be a very ill-advised move. Jagdpanzer almost down there, they're Helpinghans. West side, we got the Kubelwagen versus the shock troopers. Very close to actually feeling the Kubelwagen. Good handling there. KV2 almost good to go. Shock troopers there, we got a smoke screen off here. Panzer IV moving in as well, 11 kills. Very good there for Helpinghans. One to 248. Panzer IV moving ahead, we got the anti-tank in there ready, so Penny 1 wasn't quite cleared out. And there you go, straight into a Fallschirmjäger ambush. Penal troopers did not handle that one well, as they got utterly annihilated here by the veteran 3 Fallschirmjägers. They're already low in health though, so I mean, that was to be expected. Jagdpanzer there, those shoots and misses. We're going to intercede here, but the anti-tank I think is going to get wiped out here. Jagdpanzer up in the KV2. Sturm Panzer about to get wiped. We got a concussive grenade off, and they go down. Full support taken down, sending hit the KV2 that's down to half health for the Kedenwerfer, and Jagdpanzer opening up. T-7 flanking in, they're going for the Fultz gunners, going for the wipe. KV2 they're being pushed back, missing opportunity to take out those Fultz gunners, but I can understand why. Got the Pumas threatening with anti-tank grenade, or satchels there. Panzer IV damaged, engine and all the jazz there following. Recruiting the anti-tank, and once more in the midst of all the fire. Pumas moving ahead here, trying to do some damage to Helpinghans' armoured forces. And we got another Valiant Assault here. Hans looking to rush his forwards in there, headlongs at Prodigy. Prodigy, I think he's going to need to get a lot of his forces back in the field, because right now it is very sparsely populated by infantry. And getting mine spoofs from the other engineer squad right now I think would be a good pick this role to help him repair his armour out, in particular that KV2. Pumas on the line, got the shocks moving in there. Got the Veterinary 3 Falchimakers with an assault, they're just murdering stuff, but there you go, versus the shock troopers. I know they have to run. There you go, and East Mine goes off, almost taking out the Kubang, but it does survive. It does continue to fight for the fatherland. KB2, they're being fixed up on Engineer School. Apparently got rushed ahead there, not set to fixing up the KB2. At this point, he can consider going for the T-34-6 or the S-6, though, of course, an H-5 would probably also be a really good choice there. In fact, might be the superior one. We shall see. There you go. Second unit's going to work. No mines was there for Prodigy. Falchimakers then watch. KB2 almost good to go there for Prodigy and the 5th Mechanized Corps. Good to go once more. And there you go, mine goes off, killing a few folks. Coming to this Helmut and Ludwig, drop dead. Falchman there with 13 kills, Veterinary 2, and there you go, opening up the advance and penal troopers. KB2 heading eastwards here. Folks of squad, they could find himself in a bit of a perilous situation. There you go, Hans retreats as soon as he hears the very distinctive noise the KB2 heavy tank makes and just gets the devil out of there. Good response there by Hans, good listening skills for that matter. But most heavy tanks tend to make some very notable sounds, so that's one thing to keep an eye out for when playing the game. KB2 moving up there, centre victory point being seized there, anti-tankers opening up, bouncing off the Panzer IV's 80mm of non-sloped armour, and there you go. KB2 charge hits, direct hit on the Panzer IV. Return hit there from the Panzer IV, and the Yak Panzer bounces. We got an issue found away there for Prodigy, as more or less expected. Hans at this point is saving a lot of manpower and fuel up, in particular fuel. Might be planning a Panther, could be planning a King Tiger, to be honest. Moving ahead with the penal troopers, we're heading out in the open. And second, they're being held forwards by a few of Prodigy's engineers. KB2 good to go again. And there we go, we do get another Panzer IV in the end of Helpinghans. The Panther's nothing fancy, just needs Panzer IVs and Yak Panzer IVs. And there you go. Direct hit on the MD-34 crew, almost takes out the entire lot there. Only one man survives, and he's probably a bit traumatized after that experience. 85 just about done here for Prodigy and the Red Army. And there you go. Got another valiant assault here. Helpinghans once more charging at the strength of the T-70 and the KB2. They're also shock troopers, quickly putting a bit of a halt there to Hans's mad dreams of runny victory. Panzer IV bouncing shots here. Penal will continue to be suppressed here. Reckon the focus is all being taken out there. Panzer IV number 2 almost done. Got the Falchimakers with valiant assault on the shock troopers. Their body armor they'll provide some protection there. KB2 almost good. Let's return to the fighting once more. There you go, H-5 on the move. At this point, he might just want to switch it over to fragmentation rounds up deal with infantry and leave the tank destruction work to HD5s and HD6s. I think that'd be a much more efficient division of labour there for Prodigy's forces. Shots either bouncing off or missing the KB2 there. Nice hit there from the KB2 almost taking out the steering planner squad. HD5 penetrating the Panzer IV's armour with ease. Falling a bit back here, need to be careful not to get too defensive, as that could give Hans a lot of initiative to just sort of decide where to strike and sort of hurt Prodigy that way. Several hits here on the Yak Panzer. They're almost taken out entirely. Very good there, very good. Unless you're helping Hans, in which case that's kind of bad. Falchimakers on the fire from the KB2. Panther IV take great hit. And there goes shock trooper, sees half the unit taken away right before their eyes, but fire high close rounds there from Helpinghans's Panzerkampfwagen 4. Supporting company up, that's likely going to be a field gun there for Prodigy to help deal with some of Hans's armour, or could be a Maxim to help deal with the infantry. Both, I would say, are viable choices. There you go, Kedden effort blasted by the KB2, 8 kills, half 8 to Veterinary 2. And there goes Sis-3 field gun on the way for Prodigy. Bit of a standoff here. Bit of a standoff. Field gun almost done. We got to push into the east here. Got like Kedna being pushed back. MG34 planning excellent covering fire there, preventing any further breakthrough attempts there by Prodigy. But obviously, you have the Schwer Panzer Quarters just a bit further away, so it's not like a huge thing there. There he goes, 6-3 out. 200 points there left for Prodigy, and the Red Army follows being stamped out by the T-70. HG5 moving up as well, just in case of another move. In fact, we got that with the Yak Panzer there being cautiously moved up. Five on the left flank. Looks like Hans setting up for a bigger pins maneuver here versus Prodigy. There go directly on the Yak Panzer by the KV2 and the HG5. Almost got it. Main gun out, but it gets away. The Yak Panzer once more escapes the wrath here of Stalin. Units being wiped out there under Prodigy's command. In the west side there, we got the Fallschirmjägers causing quite a bit of grief, and the field gun could be caught and cleared out as well. KV2 moves ahead here, getting aggressive there versus Helpinghans. Could try and take out the Schwer Panzer Quarters, I suppose, to finish it off. Panzer Force moving in, might try and go for flank here on Prodigy. Could pay off perhaps. The Colonel's joining in, Panzer Force they're taking hits. But not enough damage done there, not enough. Schwer Panzer Quarters down to half health. Breaking in the KV2. Panzer Force, the KV2, Panzer Force moving hit. The one heavily damaged by Kedna from the south sides. And there we go, Fallschirmjägers as well. They're flanking up further. Very good move there by Hans. Attacking from south sides makes it harder for Prodigy just to focus all the fire in one spot. And they're going for being cleared out. Anti-tank being cleared out. Yak Panzer over there gaining eventually 2. There we go. KV2 is almost down in fact. Bouncing shots here. HG5 also eventually 2 via advantage assault there to further boost the infantry. Allow the fighters to pull ahead there. Maybe finish off with the Panzer Flowers. Clearing out the infantry. There you go. Yak Panzer gets the HG5, and there you go. With this, Prodigy's spirit is broken. Helpinghans and the 7th Panzer Division has cleared out the sector. They have scored a victory for Germany here with some nice Fallschirmjäger usage, but also the Yak Panzer there proved, I think, to be crucial there alongside the Panzer Force. It's a nice play there by Helpinghans. Prodigy, I think, also did well, but his strategy, I feel like, had a few issues there. There were some times where I feel like he was too slow in responding to what Hans was doing, and at times also got a bit too caught up in the tunnel visioning there. But overall, a nice fight here on Crossroads. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell a friend, tell a family. But don't tell your enemies. This is Imperial LinkedIn. Cheers. Thank you for watching. You're only one for audience. And hope to see you all tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.